All right, so now they're talking about a spike in. I'm gonna steal Gregory's Manarino's phrase I heard him say today. I think he coined it, and I'm gonna use it. But at least I give credit where it's due, even to someone that I don't like. Isn't that something, huh? I'll share people's videos I don't like. I don't give a fuck. See, because I'm not a hater like you, right? But he said, he called it Convid. Convid-19. Anyway, so they're saying there's a large spike in deaths. And they're, people are blaming it on you know what, right? And I told the story recently, and I may have told it back when it first happened, but I was in a cell phone store, Verizon or AT&T. I'm pretty sure it was one of those two. And there was a young kid, maybe 22, 25, maybe younger. And we were talking about, the things going on in the world. This was deep in the COVID era, right? And I think I was talking about the cell phones and the 5G. And he's like, no, what you really need to worry about. No, he didn't say that. But I'm like, yeah. You're kind of young. You don't really get it. I said something like that offended him. He's like, okay. You think you're so smart? My mom knows Jeff Bezos. She talks to him all the time. I'm like, whoa, this is in Florida, a lot of rich people. I'm like, oh, really? He's like, yeah. And she works in government contracts and stuff. And she wasn't supposed to tell me, but she's my mom. She told me, absolutely do not get the stick. Ouch. Don't get that. He told me, he said, you'll see, in 3 years, a bunch of people are going to die. I was like, oh, really? And he said, you don't believe me? I'm going to write my mom's name down, look her up. And I never really did. I think I did, just briefly, but I could tell the kid was telling the truth. I didn't need to look her up. I could tell he was telling the truth. But, it's hard. Sometimes you can tell someone's lying, but you can really tell sometimes when someone's telling the truth. You know what I mean? That's why people copy me and try to mimic me, because they know I tell the truth. You know what I mean? So they try to mimic my everything, so then people trust them so they can fuck them over, But I could tell he was telling the truth. And he gave me his mom's name, told me, well, I think he might even have gave me her phone. And I don't think he gave me her phone number. Why would he do that? I don't know. It feels like he did, though, but I don't think he did. But he definitely gave me her number. I think he wrote the company down, but he said, look her up. And I have no idea where that piece of paper went, because I never really, but what was important, I got out of it. I'm like, yeah, I believe him. I mean, that made me believe it more than anything on the internet. The way he said that, I knew he was telling the truth. And here we are. So why would, anyway, yeah, but I would have never gotten it anyway. I mean, this is well into the fucking whole deal. There was no way I was getting it. I was like, I want to leave the country. They're going to try and make me get this. I'm not getting it. I'll sneak out. Like, seriously. That's no problem, dude. You can do it all you want, man. It's too... If people can get in, I can get out. Fuck that. You know what I mean? But anyway. Yeah. There's no way I was getting that thing. And at one point, I was promoting it. Like, y'all better go get it. Anybody who listened to me, you can't blame me. You got to be a fucking retard. Because, look, if you're watching me, and you listen to me when I say go get it, and you don't know that I'm not, I mean, it wasn't really joking. It wasn't really sarcastic. I was really trying to be deceptive in a way, but not trying real hard. I mean, in a way where people who know me probably knew that, I don't know, something ain't right about the way he's saying, like, it would have threw him off. People who know how I am. But idiots, it's like this. If you don't, like, look, I shouldn't have to tell anybody. If you've been watching me and you're in tune with my whole bubble, Shouldn't have to tell you. That's what I keep saying. Like, why do you need to keep preaching to people and preaching to people? They should be able to preach themselves by now, but they can't because they just take what they want out of it. And that's why, look, if you went and got it because I told you to, fuck you. You deserve it. You know what I mean? Because you're an idiot. You're just a leech. You're not a benefit. You're one of those energy vampire types. You know what I mean? Good. Suck that up. How you like that, you bitch?